Sumit, Neeraj, congratulations for a lot of things. Of course, I say that it's raining unicorns this year in our country, but both of you with CoinDCX have built such a phenomenal story for our country, for innovators in the space, which is evolving, very new, especially in India. What does this milestone mean? Because today, in less than 3.5 years, you become unicorn with $1.1 billion of valuation. What does this milestone mean to both of you? And if you had to look back at your 3.5 years of journey, what would you accredit this fast pace, this phenomenal journey that you've made? Want to hear from both of you, please.
Sure, Shraddha, I'll take it up first. So first of all, thanks for such kind words. It means a lot coming from you. We've been covering startup world from a long time now. And about me and it, I think we're very humbled and proud at the same time to be one of the unicorn startups and the first crypto unicorn. And personally, it is a great experience for us to be in the industry we are in. And if you look back at our journey, it's been lots of ups and downs. Neeraj and I personally know each other for almost 14 years now. We are like childhood
Wow.
friends, studied together in Kota for IIT preparations. We were in IIT Bombay together. And I think that this is also very important. Like in spite of so many hardships, so many challenges, we were continuously, keeping our heads down, focusing on building what Indian crypto investors need. More importantly, I think the credit goes to our super team members. I think they have given us a lot of support, and they have been with us in this journey throughout several ups and downs. The exceptional community members, the supporters, the users of the platform, I think because of their love, we could not have dreamed and achieved so many things in such a short period of time, as you mentioned, 3.5 years, and achieving this milestone. I think it's largely the success goes to the team members and the crypto community and our users. Because of them, we've been able to reach this far. And I think it's a very new space with several uncertainties. We don't know what will happen tomorrow or in the next month or next year, but it's just that the mantra has been to continuously focusing on what you are building and always work towards what your users want, right? I think if we just follow that mantra, because it's very difficult to imagine how next 3 years will look like in the world of crypto. It can happen even in 1 year. And lot of people say that 1 year in crypto is like 3 years in other industries. So you have to be on your toes all the time, working towards your goal. And I think Neeraj and I are very passionate about the whole space, about how can we educate the people, educate the masses about the overall crypto and blockchain technology, and how can we handhold them, make their crypto investing journey easier by building a very safe, simple, as well as a compliant platform. So I think we've been we have barely scratched the surface, right? It might sound monotonous, but I think really in the world of crypto, regulations are not there yet. But I think we are just in the very early phases of our journey, and very fortunate to be one of the players in this space who are working towards harnessing the potential of crypto and blockchain for the benefit of country, and shaping up the industry with right knowledge, right tools, building the platform that people need. I think very fortunate, Neeraj, and I'm very fortunate to be part of this space.
Same, humbled very much with your kind words. And this is earlier we used to dream about where we are, and now it's just onwards and upwards. For next 5 years, we want to solve all the challenges that the industry face, and we are much more motivated now to look forward and solve all the upcoming challenges with the team, build a robust technology, focus more on the technology part as well as the security compliance in the next 5 years.
Sumit, Neeraj, I also want to call this out for everyone watching this and who will be watching this, is that both of you reaching this milestone speaks about a lot of things, and it also speaks about that young people from humble backgrounds can go and build and build a very strong, solid outcome in a space jo ki is not evolved right now, right? Like which is evolving, changing, is challenging, of course, has opportunities, but you bring hope. You bring a belief in the power of young people, and young people. Both of you have gone and done that. And second thing I want to call out is, Sumit, you spoke about your team. And I have to say that we had an opportunity, and I'm calling this out for everyone. We had an opportunity to talk to some of your team members, and I can see that empowerment that everyone in the ownership that everyone in the team has. So it's not just a talk, but you guys have walked that thing in the last 3.5 years. And that brings me to the question. Aaj agar main पूछूं, give us an insider view. Give us a very unfiltered insider view of what's happening in CoinDCX. What are some of your plans? What are some of your growth numbers or strategies that you are working on? And if you can share it with all of us.
Sure, Shraddha. I think you've mentioned some very nice words. I think it's such a good feeling to be working in a space, right, which we both personally feel that is going to uh, shape up the financial ecosystem, right, in India. And it's going to, I mean, it's like the whole technology in itself is very innovative, very powerful. It's going to reduce or eliminate intermediaries. So the technology of the space has a lot to offer, right? And as I keep sharing with the team members, I think we are in a space which has not even seen the inflection point yet, right? When you are in an industry, right, and it's not even regulated right now, we as a company are already focusing a lot in terms of driving the discussions with the regulators, policymakers on how we can address the concerns that they have about the whole space, right? Every technology, right, when it was in the early phases, always has some sort of concerns, whether you call even like industries like Ola and Uber, what they were also unregulated at one point in time, but then they need to work with the regulators. So I think that is there's a lot of work we need to do, and we will continue to focus on that. In terms of our team, I think we are again very, very lucky to be in an industry where people come not just for money, right? They come for the sheer passion and love they have for the crypto space. They really are passionate about the whole revolution that is happening in front of their eyes. They don't want to miss out on, right? And that is that is something which we feel that we are very lucky to be part of the industry, and especially very fortunate to have some of the best minds in the country working in our mission, right, to onboard 50 million Indians into crypto. And that is very much possible if you think about 3 to 5 years down the line, right? It's going to get massive traction. It's going to become one of mainstream, just like how we invest in stocks, mutual fund. I feel in the next few years, couple of years, you might see crypto being one of the mainstream asset classes where people might want to put in like a 0.1% or 1% or 2% for portfolio diversification. I think now more and more people are getting aware about financial independence or investing in general. You've seen the numbers have roaring up in like Zerodha and other platforms. So I think that same thing will also drive mass level crypto adoption. And yeah, I mean, as the industry grows, we will continuously work hard on how can we make crypto investor journey easier, because it's very difficult. I mean, Neeraj and I have been part of the space. 5 years back, it was very difficult to purchase Bitcoin. But now, with CoinDCX or other exchanges, you can just purchase in a matter of few minutes. I think that's something that is very powerful. I mean, it's simpler than buying gold if you look at it, right? So a lot of these millennial people, right, who want to invest, they prefer crypto as their first option. I think overall, we also have with this fundraising, one of the as Neeraj mentioned, I think we have lot of plans right now, and we have a lot of work to be done on the infrastructure side, because it's a 24/7 space. Lot of work to be done on the product side. We have to enhance the compliance, the security. Lot of work is yet to be done, and for that we need talented people. And as you know, that's also one of the challenge in the industry right now. So we will continuously work on finding the right set of talented people who are passionate towards the industry. And I think that will happen, and we'll continuously grow faster. I think there's a lot more work we need to do, and with the right people on board, we'll be able to achieve that.
The 50 million user base that you said, what's your number? What's your internal target? Is there some number that you're gunning after?
Yeah, I think that is the number. The number of new people that join the platform depends on various factors. We can't really control that. I'm pretty sure once the regulatory clarity is there, you will see a lot more influx of new customers on
Yeah.
the platform. So that is something that we can just contribute to. We can try our best, but a lot of it is our external factors. I think 50 million is a good number, good target for the entire company to strive for. And we are currently at 1/10, 1/15 of that. I think over the next few years we will want to reach that milestone. That's something which is aspirational to us and something we look up to.
Tell us, what did you speak to the investors that got them very excited to put the $90 million that you've raised right now to go to 1.1 billion of valuation? Tell us, give us that inside peek of the conversation.
So there's no some specific insight from that. I think it's just a matter of finding the right investors who are in this space for a long term, right? Eduardo has he's built a massive company in the past and pretty deep into crypto. In fact, not just B Capital, but like Polychain Capital is one of the biggest investor in Coinbase, and then Coinbase in itself, they have invested in CoinD6, and then Bain Capital. All of these are names, and they just validates that the Indian crypto market is can become a lot bigger, right? And it just validates that if India leverages the technology in the right fashion, if we get a positive, conducive environment for crypto, in the next 3 to 5 years, India can even, like, with the massive pool of developers, engineers we have. Just imagine if they even if 2% of them work on building solutions on blockchain technology, India can even become a global superpower when it comes to blockchain. And Coinbase is becoming a unicorn. I think it's just one of the several things you will see in the space. I think you will see that in the next 2-3 years, that you will see many more unicorns coming from India on the crypto side as well as on the blockchain technology side.
From your lens, because you guys have been builders, building in this space and exposed to what's happening in India, across the world, where do you see, and Sumit, you alluded to this, that there's so many things changing and it's changing so fast in this space. What are 2-3 things that you could say will define the landscape, the crypto landscape, from your lens in the coming years? And then if you could say, what would it mean for India, in India and for India?
First and foremost is the development in the technology itself. So as we see it today, technology, blockchain technology and the crypto technology is still in its nascent phase. It's like 1990s of internet. You could not have Amazons and Ubers of today in 1995, when internet was just born. So I think this decade, 2020s, would be about a lot of technology development, which will allow even trillion-dollar businesses in crypto and blockchain to flourish further and add greater value to human lives in the long run. So that kind of a technology development is going to be there, right? And we want to be a active participant into that. And as that happens, a critical factor which will play an important role is the regulatory approvals and how the government and overall people and the government accept the technology as is. But I believe I and Sumit often talk that the more value we create, the more acceptance we will get as an industry. So in next 2 to 5 years, when this technology develops further and we are able to generate more value for people, then the regulatory acceptance is going to be there, and that is when the inflection point which Sumit was talking about, in next few years, that is what we will see. So these factors, according to me, will play a critical role.
Yeah. Sumit?
Sure. So Shraddha, I think as Neeraj rightly mentioned, I think technology is going to pace up really fast, and technology often moves faster than the law, right? So technology is going to progress no matter what happens. So government will and the companies like Coinbase and other players in the space, they will shape up the crypto industry in India. I think we as company have a lot to work on in that direction, and we will continuously strive for that. I think regulatory acceptance is something that you will see happening in the next few years. It's bound to happen. I strongly believe that regulators will open up to the idea of crypto and how they can regulate crypto as an alternate asset class. That's going to happen. Second thing, I will see that there will be a lot of new entrepreneurs that will rise in the world of crypto and blockchain. You will see several protocols which will be, I mean, there are already big billion-dollar protocols, right? Like Matic, with Indian
Hmm.
founders. I think that's just the beginning, right? And in such a hard environment, if you see like even two, three players who are as big, just imagine when the things open up, India can even give rise to dozens of such protocols which
Yeah.
will make India shine in the global landscape, right? And we are in the very early phase of that. I'm connected to a lot of people in the crypto, so I can literally see how passionate they are and what they are building. And in the next few years, you will see by 2023, 25, you will see a lot many unicorns coming from India just in the space of crypto and blockchain. I think that will happen. You will see shift of developers, engineers who are working on traditional business models like e-commerce or food tech or ed tech, and they will start shifting towards something which is pretty new in nature, working on the blockchain side. So that will happen. Apart from that, I think India is going to create the crypto space in itself is going to create a lot of startups as well as a lot of job opportunities. I think blockchain technology is going to be something which data science used to be maybe 3 years back or 5 years back, or artificial. I
Hmm.
think it's a very new technology. A lot of people are curious to know more about, but the gap here is that there is not enough resources available online, right? To how I think a lot of people ask us that, how do I start my crypto journey? How do I start reading about what Bitcoin
Hmm.
is fundamentally, right? I think these are some of the challenges that we have seen on the ground, and we have been a part, we have been in that phase in the past. So I think what Neeraj and I strongly believe in, I think if we want to make that sort of an ecosystem in the country, it's very important to educate people, right? And not just
Yeah.
people, but also people, policymaker, regulators, because even there is a lot of gap, right, in terms of what
Yeah.
what Bitcoin principally is, right? And what smart contracts can do. How do you take leverage of programmable money, right? What are the potential benefits you can see when you can program money? So I think there's still a lot of gap in terms of this understanding, but the moment, and that is why Neeraj and I are personally very, very involved and passionate about our one of our product, which is called DCX Learn, which is like a free learning platform where people can start their crypto journey right from the basics, right? So again, it's free, no business, no monetary aspects associated with it. It's just that it's something, if people want to read about it, how do they do it, right? So we
Yeah.
create a lot of content in terms of blogs, videos, simple bites people can consume, because and also our initiative where you would have seen, right, Try Crypto, where people can start even with 100 rupees. Now these are some
Yeah.
small steps, some baby steps that you take so that people can start at least their journey, because first step, as you know, is always the hardest, right? Once you are into it, then sort of you become comfortable, and that's how we have started, right? So we just put ourselves in their position and see what we would want, right? If we go back 5 years, and that's something that as you mentioned, right, creating value for the end user, right? We have been working towards doing that, and I think that's something that is working out well for us, and the company is growing, and hopefully will continue to grow. uh, yes, that's all from my side.
What did this news mean to your families? What did they say about this moment, about becoming the first crypto unicorn in India?
My mother said she knew it. She knew it. This is going to
And
and
that's why one can believe
so,
she's the mother.
Yes.
Yes.
but I think that is very typical of mothers. So that's what my mother said. My wife, she did not come to know, just all of a sudden, but she was all a part of the journey. So she's
Hmm.
uh, she's very happy since. And yeah, rest. My father, my brother don't give much. They are always there for me and whatever I need. So yeah, overall, my family has been very, very supportive, because the past 3 years have been. Uh, I mean, it's difficult for the family also. You are not able to give
Yeah,
much
of
time to the
course.
family when you are doing a startup,
Of
and
course.
so all that time they have been there. Just like Sumit and I myself have been there for each other. The family has been there, and it means a lot. It gives a lot of confidence, because that is the identity. That is where you come from, and that gives you a lot of strength. So that's, yeah, my family has been like that.
Neeraj, when you were answering this, I was thinking interview hum entrepreneurs ke saath karte hain. We should have the family, also because family is your biggest silent, sometimes suffering because you're just not available as entrepreneurs. We're just not available, but they are with you in the journey, right? And that's why you're able to do this. But amazing. I'll remember the words that your mother said. She always knew it. And Sumit, tell me, what did your family say?
So right now I'm in my hometown and they are in a different city. So we had a phone conversation. They're very happy. In fact, I think they are already very proud because they've been part of journey and constantly motivating. I think even if it's like you need to work like for 14, 16 hours, 17, 18 hours a day, right? They're always there with you, supporting, never complaining. I'm not married yet, but but from the family side, from my family members, always they have been always very supportive. I think coming from a small town in Madhya Pradesh, I think उन्होंने कभी इतना सोचा नहीं था, right? And कभी इतना expect नहीं करते कि हाँ मतलब ये सब भी होगा. I think they're very satisfied. उन्होंने बोला हाँ ठीक है, मतलब जो कर रहे हो अच्छा ही कर रहे होगे. You're like just do whatever you are doing and yeah, I mean sometimes they don't understand, right? I mean family ki haan unicorn $1 billion for them, like okay, you are doing a business, you are happy with that, that is what matters to them, right? They don't want to go into the details of what the valuation is, who are the investors. They might not even know the investors that we have, right?
Yeah.
For them it's just that smile on their face कि हाँ मतलब कुछ अच्छा कर रहे हैं. They उनको ऐसा it's binary, right? आप अच्छा कर रहे हो or you're doing good in business or you're struggling, right? So being very supportive in the journey and for them I think the feeling that okay, we are doing something good, right? And something good for the country. I think that's something which is हाँ बेटा ठीक से है. हाँ complain is खाना time पे नहीं खा रहा है, but that is fine.
Thank you so much, and I'm sure everyone watching would join me in this moment because it's not easy. It's and especially in the space where you're building, it's so new, it's so fresh. Going on to build this, I hope you both celebrate, cherish, and pat yourselves on the back for achieving this milestone, because it's not your milestone. I think it's a milestone for the space, for crypto, for this category, and for a lot of youth in the country. So congratulations.